Are we on? Is this thing on?
Scoot over a little bit this way.
Okay. Right there, we in frame. We gotta get close.
No, you're good.
I just gotta put my legs underneath the desk. Sponsored by Yeti.
Woo! I think we're doing it. I think we got the clock going. I've got you here. That's all that matters.
You need your Yeti sponsorship. I'm gonna start it for you.
Not the color I would choose. And go! Here we are, 4-time with Myriad. Dan is trying to get us sponsored by Yeti here with his teal Yeti glass, when actually we have navy ones for sale that would be more on brand with this podcast.
It's true. You can grab one. We can pull one over here.
Yeah, yeah, maybe that could happen, and maybe we can make some sales in that realm. I don't know. There's a weird magical hand that's going to slowly right in front of the teal one. Perfect.
See? Perfect.
Thank you from that magical hand, a.k.a. Robin. Hey. Appreciate it. Dan, you're here with me today.
Yes.
You have no idea why we're talking. You have no idea why you're here.
We're just going to fly blind to this conversation.
No, we're not blind because I know where I'm going.
Okay, great.
So if I know where I'm going, then I can lead you.
Okay, go ahead.
Who are you?
I am Dan German. I am the weightlifting coach here. I have been a personal trainer, weightlifting coach, strength and conditioning coach, whatever you want to call it. Right, there's been like 1,000 names.
There are 1,000 names for it.
Right, and people fall in love with one.
What should you fall in love with?
I don't know. I think I saw one on somebody's signature where it was training mastermind.
That is
and I
you.
was like, that sounds really cool. Like, I wish I could call myself that, but I think it's already taken. It's like I'm not going to do it. So I think you need to find it.
Right?
Yeah, right. Like you got to find a name. Yeah. So I've been coaching since like 2006 or 7.
Forever.
Yeah. So
2000 and forever.
Yes.
As long as I've known that you've been coaching.
Yes. Like I am old.
Yeah.
I am getting to be very old, which is okay.
You're also taller than me.
Yes.
But I just want to let everyone know right now, my seat's lower as well. Like I do feel like he's like just skied over me.
Low chairs, low T.
But in real life, he is truly 7'4". So this is actually
not
kind
quite,
of
not quite.
How tall are you?
6'6".
6'6". That's still pretty tall.
But you got to put your chair up because you can't sit low. You can't surprise the next person because if you put it down too far.
There we go. I do feel better. I feel more confident now.
Exactly.
Thank you.
T levels have gone up. Biohacking 101 right there.
Weightlifting.
Yes.
What is it?
It's a sport currently going to be in the Olympics for 2028.
Okay.
It has changed form over time for a good number of years. They dropped the press in I think 1954. I think they dropped the third lift.
Forgot about that.
But 2 lifts, snatch, clean and jerk. Highest combined wins.
The press used to be, our audience right now, the press used to be a part of that, yes.
Which, look up some photos. It was crazy hectic.
Oh,
like
the
standing
back,
yes.
the standing back bent raise.
Like it's great.
It's wild.
Yeah, like it's great. Currently in the Olympics.
So the clean and jerk and the snatch are the 2 movements in weightlifting. Can I ask you this?
Sure. I mean, you already are, but yes.
Why is it weightlifting and not Olympic weightlifting? And then I have a follow-up question to that.
It is the Olympic weightlifting is like the name, but when it's in the Olympics, it's called weightlifting.
So we are called Myriad Weightlifting, not Myriad Olympic Weightlifting.
Just the shortness of it.
Okay.
It's just kind of too complex. I don't know.
Do you find issues in the industry of people confusing weightlifting, global gym weightlifting, and weightlifting in Olympic weightlifting?
Yeah, I mean, like you have a weightlifter walk by and they're like, you bench, right?
Correct.
Right. So but I mean, it's like it's what they know. So like you meet them there and you meet them there for like 1 second and then you move on, and like you hopefully like bring them along or you don't. That's fine, right? So or you just laugh and you just walk away. I don't know. It just depends where you're at, who says what.
Do you find confusion? You're in an elevator. We're going to scenario right here. We haven't done scenarios yet on this on 4-time, but we're going to do a scenario. Right. You're in an elevator.
Okay, great.
Someone says, "What do you do?" And you say, like, "I coach weightlifting." What do they say to you typically, and then how do you explain what you do?
Like they usually ask what it is, or they just like say, "Oh, cool," and like they don't really want to ask the question. Sometimes you just say you're like a performance coach or like a performance consultant. We got some noise going on.
It's all right. We're live. We're meant to have people in the background. I love noise.
Performance consultant is probably the easiest way. If you don't want to like really get into it because you just don't like actually want to ask, you just say, okay, you know, like kind of whatever.
So what drives you to teach? And I know this is like, I shouldn't say it because it's going to sound kind of weird, but like to teach two movements. Like you teach two movements. At the end of the day, your goal is to get people good at the clean and jerk, which is actually technically two movements, and then a snatch, so it's technically three movements. But like, and also it takes people 10, 15, 20 years to learn these movements and like be experts. Like what drives you to this?
Well, if you could do it today, you would leave. Right? So that's part of it, right? Like it's like if you could learn it like right away.
Really good point.
And that's like not like on this sort of level of like running the gym, but it's
totally
the idea of
if it were easy, everyone would be doing it.
Yeah. Like you would say, like, okay, I got that, and you just walk away. You wouldn't value it, right? So like the pursuit of like something that you're trying to master is really what you want to do, right? So. Like if it was super easy, you'd be like, okay, got that, check, I'm a master at that, and like now I just kind of like slough it off, right? But like if it takes you a long time to learn, you find challenges, and then you find out a lot about yourself, right? So that's where you start to dig in, right? And like there's like a famous saying in rowing where it's like somebody can teach you like the rowing stroke or like 90% of it in like a few hours. Like in one session on the water, like you can be 90% there. Correct. Like the remainder is going to take you the rest of your life.
Wow.
So like you have to kind of get used to mastering that, and there's kind of like a self-pursuit there, right? So like if you weren't looking for a challenge, or like if you're the person that doesn't like a challenge, then you probably won't love it, and you just be like, I want to go do something that I do enjoy, and that maybe like I can kind of get the hang of. But if you can start to build the confidence and you can kind of meet the challenge, then you go from there and you're like, I love this sport because I'm not going to get it day one. So like that's the thing I tell people on day one. It's like you're not going to get it today, but you just have a very, very small goal to do this one thing. Number one, you already made it here, right? So like if you showed up and if you're in the door, you got the bar in your hands, we've already won the first like week to month, right? Like the first session, like, you already won it. And then like if you can remember one thing that I told you by the next session, then like you're a rock star. Right.
So you're already leading. You're a natural at this.
So you're right.
Who are our weightlifters at Myriad? Like, what are their backgrounds? What are their goals? Why are they weightlifters?
I think they come from a lot of different backgrounds. We have people that start off in like a CrossFit, right? And then they're like, I don't
want to get more proficient at the specific movements with the barbell.
Or they're like, I never want to do a burpee again. Right.
So opposite end of the spectrum of just like, hey, I did CrossFit, I learned that the barbell is my jam.
Right.
I want to do barbell
I enjoy
only.
this. Right. So, and then you have people that have never like they just want to learn something new, right? Yeah. They want a different challenge. They saw it and they're like, I saw this on TV or I saw it on Instagram, right?
I do this?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Which you can. Right. The answer to that.
Yes. Like we've had people that have never done a sport in their life, and they walk in and they're like, I can do this movement, or I can learn this over time, and they get pretty proficient at it. So it's just like
to that person listening right now, that's you.